Hello, this is Sue from Stamping Sue in Connecticut.blogspot.com. Today we're going to work with bleach. Everyday, ordinary bleach. We're going to do a couple different techniques. For the first technique, I'm going to pour a little bit of bleach into a container. And you should do this in a well-ventilated area. So this card here, is what I call spot bleaching or select bleach. And we're using a Unity stamp. And for this one, we're going to do straight bleach stamping with an old stamp. And then add some color with some chalk. So we'll put that one aside for now. And we're going to start out with select bleach stamping. I use Q-tips I get at the drugstore. I don't like to mess up my paintbrushes. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take some bleach and we're going to just put it onto the card. Now each card will look different depending on the core of the cardstock. As you can see with this gray cardstock, it's like a light melon color or apricot. Now for this green cardstock, like I said, it's always a surprise. I stamp these ahead of time. And the more you let it set and dry on its own, the color will come out. Okay, so this cardstock is a little thicker, so it's going to take a little longer. So we'll check that out later. As you can see with this one, it's practically white. And on this brown cardstock, I already pre-stamped these ahead of time, so I wouldn't bore you with that. It goes pretty quickly. Again, this is a lighter cardstock, so it's going to show up a lot faster. And then once it really starts to dry, you can put a little more on to make the color come out better. And you can see I'm not being very precise. Now, let this dry completely and you'll see how that comes out. We'll finish this one. I like the way this brown one's coming out. Now the difference between this gray one and the brown is I embossed the image on this one, and this one I did not emboss. I just stamped it. There's the gray cardstock. Here's another one I did by white embossing on the black cardstock. Each cardstock is going to turn out different. This one's turning a bit brown. This is craft cardstock. Keep going. And when that dries, it's going to be like a cream color. So we'll let these all dry. And then the next technique with the bleach is you need a plate of some sort, paper towel, and I like to put a sponge underneath. And then you just add some bleach to make your own little stamp pad. Take your cardstock, take your stamp, put it into the bleach, lay it down on your cardstock, and this time you want to hold it for about 12 to 15 seconds. Pull it straight up. You can see how it's wet. It will dry. And again, depending on the color of the cardstock and the core color, each one will be different. Now, to do this bleach stamping with the stamp, you really need a rubber stamp and a good solid surface. Here we have a purple cardstock. Hold it down, let the bleach soak in. Okay, now I just want another one down here. This is going to be one of those slimline cards. I like to do things in threes. So that'll dry to the core of that cardstock. Now there's two other things you can do. I have a couple that are already dry. You can just leave it like this and make it into a card, or you can get out your chalks. Again, that expensive tool from the drugstore. And just take, add some color. Blow off the excess. Excuse me. I also like to take a brush or a tissue and just burnish the color in, like so. You can also use colored pencils to color it in. Here's another one I stamped earlier. I'll show you on this one. Some spot coloring. Let's see. Do some green on the leaves. And we'll just do a little pink and purple in here. Give a little blow. Burnish it a little with your brush to set the chalk in, and you have some color. So now I have all these I can make into cards. I'll show you some finished cards I have. Okay, this one is just the spot coloring with the bleach. This is on purple cardstock. This is taking it a step further, stepping it up. I embossed it, bleached it, and then I sprayed it with a shimmer mist. This one is just stamped, no coloring. This one is colored in with some chalk, and then I just took a white pen and added a little doodle. Here's another one where I stamped it, added some chalk color, and doodled with a pen. And one last one on red with just spot bleaching. So that's our fun technique for today. Spot bleaching and bleach stamping. And as you can see, here's some finished ones that are pretty much dry now. This light gray came out like a cream. We got the craft cardstock that's yellow. The black cardstock came out brown. And the green just lightened it up. So it's like a yellow green. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. That's stampingsueinConnecticut.blogspot.com. See you next time.